Hello everyone, I'm Aaron Hagedorn. I'm the Assistant Dean of Research and Faculty Affairs here at UTA and your teacher for Research Methods. I've taught this class a few times and it's one of my most favorite classes because we're going to teach you why the world works the way it works. And you're going to learn a lot about how people think, what motivates them, and how we can test and evaluate programs. You're going to take a quiz this week and we're going to prepare you for the quiz and go over the syllabus and assignments in this video. So you'll find under the syllabus link the actual syllabus. I put all the deadlines. The only change of the syllabus is I pushed back the deadlines for the first assignments a week because of posting this video a week late. Other than that, everything should more or less match. If you get behind on a deadline, just let me know, and more important that you complete the work than it be on time. Just let me know what's going on in your life and we'll ensure we get you through this course. So this week there's a discussion board I'd appreciate if you can do, and a plagiarism tutorial. This is a relatively simple 5-minute assignment where you're going to click on the acknowledging sources, click through next, read what's on there, and take a quiz, and then have them email me the results. My email is on the syllabus, aaron.hagedorn@uta.edu. So that is the plagiarism tutorial assignment. And quiz 1, don't take until after you watch this video and we go over some of the kind of key topics that are important for you to pick up on. Right now the Human Subjects Training website is down. It says it'll be back on June 14th. I'm sorry about that, but as soon as that's up, you have a 120-minute long human subjects protection training to do. You don't need to do it all in one sitting. Little by little, read through it, but it overlaps a lot with the ethics topic that we're going to talk about today. And then the rest of the course is all about how we collect data. And so the first 6 weeks of this course is just different ways that we collect data, whether it's through observations, experiments, surveys, qualitative observations, quantitative analysis, existing data sources. And so each week we're going to go through some content and you're going to take a quiz under most of those weeks. And if you get something wrong, email me. Tell me what you were thinking. Maybe I might be able to give you the points back if I understand where you were confused and or perhaps it was a wording issue. The main assignment is to come up with a research description, a project where you are asking a question that has not been answered before, and you're going to apply the methods in this class to answering that question. So I'll give you some sample questions soon by email so you get a sense of what good questions look like, but something along the lines of what are the factors that predict coping with social isolation in social work students, something like that. You're going to ask some question that's going to require you to collecting data in order to answer. You're not going to actually collect any data. We're just thinking about if you were, how would you go about answering that question? And in order to ensure we're asking the right question, we're going to start off by doing a little bit of a background research using scholar.google.com. I use this often and we'll go over how that works soon. And you're going to find some articles that have asked similar questions, addressing a similar population or similar topic. And we're going to summarize briefly in one page what is already known about this subject, and then say, however, we don't fully understand this topic as it applies to usually some sub group of the population, like social work students or an ethnic group in a certain city, people served by a specific organization. There's lots of ways we can add nuance to questions, and since everything may be different locally than big picture, what has already been studied, we can justify the need. There's a gap in the literature. We don't understand how depression works in all populations and under all circumstances. The COVID lockdown brought out higher levels of depression, and risk levels were different for different groups. So there's always going to be some unknown issue related to that topic. And we're going to think about what kind of answers we might get and what methods we might use for that. So your first assignment, the big assignment, isn't due for a little while, July 3rd. And we're going to work on this week to week, correspond with you guys on the discussion board about topics and ways that we can fine-tune your question as it applies to the different research methods that we are learning about in class. And the whole idea is to use the vocabulary of the class in a paper where you're describing things. The big paper, I only want 7 pages, not particularly long. But this research proposal problem statement, 1 page is enough. I just want an introduction to the topic. And then the final paper, that's the one that's 7 pages. So you're going to describe in more depth about the methods that you would use, and we'll make it clear throughout the class what methods apply under which circumstance. There's a midterm and a final exam. They are just like the quizzes. Each quiz is just 10 questions. The midterm is a little bit longer. The final is a little bit longer than that, but it's the same kind of question. So after you take the first quiz, you'll have a sense of how things work. Most content is under the modules link, and so today we're going to go over the introduction of the class, and we're going to think about theory, and we're going to think about ethics and how each of these topics relates to us as social workers. So I'm going to move on to the next video, explain these issues.